Hi guys, Assalamu alaikum. This is Hijabadore here, and today I'm going to be doing this makeup look for you guys. If you're interested, then keep on watching. And here I am without any makeup, as you can see. And I am going to be using Lancome's eye cream, and I'm going to list everything down below because I don't really remember the names of each and everything. But basically this instantly blurs out all the wrinkles, so I just use it everywhere, not only just under my eyes. And then to tackle the pores, I'm going to be using Smashbox pore primer, whatever it's called, the classic one, and I'm just gonna apply it wherever I have pores. And then for my brows, I'm gonna use the same old brow stencil in number 7, and I'm gonna use this Modelco eyebrow pencil to kind of just, you know, fill in my brows, not kind of, but like really fill in my brows. And then I'm just gonna try to fill in all the bald spots or whatever, and then I'm gonna brush my brows. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to like clean up around my brows. And I feel like to clean up around the brows, the only concealer that works is this one, which is LA Girl Pro Concealer. And I am just, you know, just gonna do the same thing that everyone else does, that, you know, draw around my brows. And I'm using the shade called medium beige, and I like to use like not really light shade because I just want to use a shade that would like kind of match me more. So here I'm just kind of blending in that concealer. I don't know why I keep saying kinda, but yeah, you know what I mean, right? And then I'm gonna set my brows with this brow setting gel from Brow Gal. And here my brows are all set and ready to roll. And now comes the foundation, and I'm using Iman Cosmetics concealer foundation. I thought it wasn't focusing, so I was just moving it, you know, beating it up or something. But I'm just applying it all over my face. And then I'm gonna use my favorite sponge from Real Techniques. I think it's called Sculpting Sponge. And now I forgot to use the marula oil. I wanted to use it because I just wanted to look cool. And I'm just adding like a drop of it on the sponge. And I don't know why I decided to zoom you guys in, because I don't really like to show that much imperfections that already exist on my face. But then I was just like, who cares? You can see it better, right? Alright, so I'm here just blending all that foundation. Just gonna fast forward it because it takes forever. And now I'm going to use this LA Girl Pro Concealer in shade Cream Beige. This is a different shade, much lighter shade than the one that I used around my brows. And even here, I'm just going to add some oil. And guys, I felt like this concealer, I actually used it like after such a long time, and I just didn't really like the coverage of it. I kind of felt like I wanted like a much more fuller coverage, but that's okay. I mean, what's done is done. But just wanted to let you guys know that this concealer is not the best concealer out there for the under eye, especially if you have a lot of dark circles. And here I'm just kissing my favorite translucent powder that I just freaking love. And this is from L'Oreal, called Hyper Perfect Translucent Powder, and I'm just applying it wherever I usually want to bake. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Real Techniques blush brush, and I'm just going to dust away all that powder and just leave the one that's under the eye area, because that needs a lot more baking. So yes. And here I'm just setting my eyelids with the same powder. And now I'm going to be using this Sonia Kashuk's Rich Bronzer number 42. Freaking love it. Found it on clearance at Target. And I only apply it like wherever I want to do like harsh contour. And then I'm going in with this Wet n Wild Contour Mega Contour Palette in Caramel Toffee. And I just like to go on top of that with this. And I also love to use this contour shade as a bronzer, as you can see over here, just like, you know, making the whole face orange, because I actually love that. I don't know why my camera is just making it look too orange, like I look like Trump's sister, but I actually wasn't even looking this orange, like for real. So I think it's just my camera that's just making it too saturated, but it's not that orange. And I don't know why I'm talking so ghetto, because then a lot of people come to me and be like, oh my god, you're so ghetto. Like, okay, so why you care? But I'm just contouring my nose over here, and then I'm just applying like a little bit of that yellow powder out of that Mega Contour palette. And here I'm going to be using these two palettes today, Nubian 2 palette and Masquerade palette from Juvia's place, and I'm using this shade called Morocco. It's like a nice orangey shade, and just applying it as a transition shade, and I was blown away by the pigmentation, if you couldn't tell by my facial expression. But I'm just applying it just like that, and then I'm gonna take this shade called Madagascar, and I'm taking a smaller blending brush from Real Technique, and I'm just applying it like in the crease, maybe like just to define the outer edge of my crease, just like so. And then I'm gonna take this masquerade palette, and I'm using this shade called Cairo, yeah. And oh my god, like this might be like my favorite shade. Oh my god, like look at this. And I'm just applying it with a synthetic brush, and just packing it on to my lid just like that. And then I'm just you know, kind of blending away the edges because I don't want it to look too harsh. And then I'm gonna take this shade called Kenya from my Nubian2 palette, and I'm just applying it on the outer corners just like that, and then I'm just blending it. And I only show you on like the application on one eye because I don't want to waste too much time with both the eyes. But basically this is what I'm doing, and kind of just blending the crease or whatever. And then I'm taking this shade called Nefertiti. I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but I'm just popping it in the center of my lid just for that pop of color. And then I was just blown away. Like the palette is amazing. Both of the palettes are just freaking amazing. And I'm taking this yellowish shade from the same contour palette from Wet n Wild, and just, you know, kind of highlighted my brow bone, and now I'm just dusting away all that powder that was under my eye area. And then I'm gonna take this shade called Egypt, which is a nice green shade. I wanted this whole makeup look to match my choker, so I'm just, you know, underlining my eyes with the pencil brush from Crown Brushes. And I forgot to remove that clearance sticker. It's so ugly, but that's okay. And I'm just underlining my eyes still, and don't pay attention to my thumb because guys, it's ugly. Just don't look at it, okay? And then I just wanted some oomph, so I'm using this jumbo pencil from NYX Cosmetics in like greenish color. I don't remember the exact name of it, but I'll put it in the description box. And yes, there's still glue on my eyelashes, like what the heck. And now I'm just applying some mascara from Tarte Cosmetics called Tarteist. Alright, and then I'm going to be applying these lashes, but before that I wanted to apply this Kat Von D Trooper tattoo eyeliner. And I like to do my eyeliner and my lashes off camera, so I'm just gonna go and then come back. Alright, so here my lashes and my eyeliner is on, and I'm gonna be using this blush called Cor de Rosa from Sigma Beauty. And then for my inner corner, I want to use this Molly shade, which is like a nice light green shade from the Masquerade palette, and I'm just applying it on the inner corners. But then I was like, nah, it's not light enough, so I went back into my Nubian2 palette, and I took that shade called Zuri, and it just looked so lit. And here I'm just blending them too because, you know, I was just sitting there. And then I want to use this Ofra Cosmetics Rodeo Drive highlighter, but before I apply my highlighter, I like to just, you know, use a setting spray, and I'm using Scandinavia finishing spray. And after applying it all over my face, I'm just gonna apply the highlight, and this highlighter is crazy, so you make sure that you keep a light hand with it. I actually got it in my BoxyCharm. If you want to sign up for BoxyCharm, I'll put the link down below in the description box as well. So I'm basically just highlighting wherever I usually highlight. And then I'm going to be using this espresso pencil from Makeup Geek. It's actually an eyeliner pencil, but I like to use it to, you know, outline my lips sometimes, and that's what I'm doing over here, just outlining my lips. And then I'm using this Colourpop liquid ultra matte liquid lipstick in shade Bumble, and then I'm just applying it all over my lips, and I just, you know, just keep going back and forth until I felt happy. And then okay, I'm still applying lipstick. Alright, so this is the whole look, and oh my god, this looks so amazing. And I'm just gonna go and change the scarf just to show you the whole final look. And this is how it's looking. Whatever I'm wearing, I'll try to put it in the description box. But oh my god, like I love this look. But again, the concealer could have been better. But this is the whole look. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, like my page on Facebook, subscribe over here. And that's it, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.